see also Warrior 7R on all the survival and preparedness forums. What we've got here is a rope done by a forum member of Survival Cache and Dan's Depot and a few others, Tinder Wolf, and these are his Warrior ropes. I'll take a bow for the name, and if he wants he can tell you the reason. What we've got are two models here. We've got the solid wind and we've got the pigtail. Pigtail takes two strands and breaks them out, with the third strand wrapped around and double locked on itself and then whipped into place. What this actually is three of these, which are three ropes in themselves, three 550 cords braided together, and those in turn braided again together to form one solid rope, giving you some extensive knotting all throughout, which gives you an extreme grip on the rope. It also gives it extreme strength. Now we're going to demonstrate that and a few of the various situations on why you would need or want one of these. Each one of these ropes is 30 feet long. They have over 900 feet of 550 cord in them. If we come over here, we can see on the truck, it starts at the front of the truck and it goes all the way back to the M105AT trailer, even though the trailer is not hooked up. The reason for this is we are going to tow this trailer. We're going to drag this trailer using this rope. Now if you come here, this trailer is 2,700 pounds empty, and I'm going to verify that right for you. And here we are at the trailer's data plate. You can see this is a trailer cargo 1.5 ton M105A2, and here's the weights, empty. And if we go down here, you'll see that the total weight is 2,750 pounds empty, with a total full weight of 5,750 pounds cross-country full. What we're going to do is we're going to sit here and tie this rope up real quick. I'm going to tie it from the pintle to the pintle hook. I'm going to fire the truck up, and then we're just going to straight drag this with the landing gear down, which will add more drag instead of it free rolling on just the wheels. Once I get it tied up, we're just going to lift the brakes, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this forward. So, if you'll follow me, we'll get to this. Now I'm going to do some airborne trooper here. I'm going to pull a double through here. So you can see that this is only one strand right here, and the rest is tied back up and away. We're just going to wrap this all up here, put it on top of the landing gear in a nice pile. And just my assistant here will follow me. I'm going to let the glow plugs warm up for a second. Might want to lift the brakes on the trailer. literally had no problem even dragging it that far. The knots still come out extremely easily. There's no damage to the rope anywhere along the toe section here, and we'll even look right here. You got some rub marks, but no damage to the rope, no real damage. Let's see how easy this knot comes out. This is the primary knot. Look at that. In and out, and it's done. And it just pulled over a ton. So this rope just literally yanked over a ton, and it's perfectly fine. But why would you need such a rope? Why would you need such a rope? Well, for those of us who go in the outdoors, a lot of us like to climb, and a lot of us have to draw our packs up over small cliffs, small ridges, pull in boats, tie up heavier objects, kayaks, canoes, and we want assurances that it's just not going to snap and break. So these ropes become extremely useful for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you on an adventure. We've got our kayaks up here. They're tied down and we're ready to go. So we're going to mount up and we're going to take you out on Long Lake to an island, and we're going to show you some of the uses of this rope. But before we do that, I am going to do some climbing exercises here at the house in the backyard. So, if you'll follow me, we'll take this to the backyard and we'll get this done. Unlike most ropes where you just can't straight climb unless they're extremely large, this one is fairly small, and you can also see that as I pull, it's soaking up energy. You can see it stretch itself out. But the knots are such that I can pull myself up with no problem. I can climb this rope, and I really don't have anything wrong with my hands. No rope burn from that or anything else. The other thing I wanted to show you is this is a 60-pound pack. One of the nice things is if you have to free climb a small wall or small ledge and you've got to zigzag up and it's too narrow to take your bag, what you can do is you can just tie the pigtails of this rope either onto your bag or onto you, and tie the rope onto your bag. And we do this like this. That way it's not going to go anywhere. It's being held by the same shoulder straps that would pack you. Now, if you give me a second, I'll be right back, and you will see me on the upper deck and having to lift stuff off some small ledges and cliffs. And usually with most ropes, we end up having to wrap it around our hands and our wrists just to keep a grip on it and slide it up and down. We end up with bruises, burns, and marks on our hands and wrists. So, what I wanted to show with this is even with a 60-pound load, it may be difficult and heavy, but it was relatively easy because of the grips and everything that are on it. And the other nice thing about this is if you happen to be sitting there, you got it up to the edge of the cliff, and I know there's a few of us that have accidentally knocked our gear back down. Now I've got a bad back and bad feet, and there really wasn't much of a shock with that. The rope absorbed almost all the shock. That was 60 pounds that I just dropped. Whew, it's a workout. But I just caught and stopped without injuring myself further than the injuries I already have. 60 pounds. Not bad. And in an emergency situation, like I said, this 30-foot rope becomes 900 feet. I don't think you'd get much better for that. Another addition to that is the fact that this rope does not generally knot. On the island, when we get there, I will show you that this rope, you can throw it into a ball, lift it back up, and it generally does not like to knot. unless you force it to. In fact, with that drop and everything, most ropes would have cinched up and tightened up. You can see I still have an open loop here on a slip knot. It did not lock down, and untying this rope was as simple as pie. It's already done, out, ready to go. Is when you don't have areas to normally tie off to. Most people don't have the long kayak and boat leashes. You can actually run it through the handles and use it as a guy line. By simply tying it here, you could run the rope through the handles to hold the kayaks in, or you can simply run your tie-off to it if you have a large group of people. And then you could actually fill this cove by using this, and you could probably get 6 or 7 kayaks in here. And as you've seen from pulling the trailer, it's incredibly strong, so a storm is not going to go ahead and pull this loose and let these boats go anywhere. So they would be nice and solid. Now we're here on the island, and this island's been a bit of a project for us. We've been out here cleaning it up now. Oh, for what? About 2 weeks? We just all come across, especially those of us that hike up the mountains in the hill country, and even some of us that do rock, is take a family member, a friend, or a girlfriend with you, and you come to a steep point. This is not a super steep point, but this will represent pretty well. And you need something that is, all of us have at some point in time wished that we'd had a lot more 550 cord with us, more than we were carrying in our little coil or in our little 100-foot winds and stuff like that. The nice thing about it is, in triple braid, just like this, you've got 300 feet of rope. However, in single braid, like this, we've got over 900 feet of rope in this one rope. And it is so easy to just strap to your bag and go with. It really just, right under your tie-up straps, right along the back, in your cinching straps, you can just push this between your 2 cinching straps on the sides of your bag, and that will hold it, and you're ready to go. Just pop the 2 of them off, slide this off, and you've got what you need. It coils up easily, and it does not knot. These are huge benefits to those of us in the outdoors, because we all know that we end up needing our ropes in a hurry. And the more that we can get out of our ropes, the better it is. This gives you a heavy-duty rope that'll tow a 1.5 tons with no problem. Then you can turn around and use it to corral kayaks and boats, dozens of them together at once. Then it can go from that to hanging bear bags, to helping you get up and down cliffs, to pulling your gear up and down small cliffs and small rock ledges. Not bad for 1 coil of rope. And the grip that this gives you surpasses any rope on the market. This is Warrior 7R, David M. McGregor of Personal Preparedness Solutions, LLC, and I'll catch you next time.